Hi guys, welcome back to the Malena Edit. We are jumping into our NFL Week 10 preview today. Of course, as usual, I'm picking my 5 favorite matchups, couple divisions potentially on the line this week. Let's jump right into it. We're starting things off in the AFC South, the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. The division is pretty much coming down to these two teams. I'm really excited about this matchup. I think I would have been more so if the Colts had beat the Baltimore Ravens last weekend, but I still think it's going to be a really good game. I'm mainly eyeing, because that Baltimore Ravens defense is obviously better than the Tennessee Titans defense, I think this is going to be a pretty evenly matched Thursday night football game. Love an even matchup. I'm curious how Phillip Rivers and the guys on offense get some more going there, especially eyeing that run game that I talked about in my recap. The Colts needing to get the run game established a little bit more here. This might be an opportunity to do that. And how this Colts defense combats Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, AJ Brown, and the weapons they have on that Titans offense. I think it's going to be a fun game. I do think Tennessee takes it though. Yet another in-division matchup. We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. Looking for the Bucs offense to get back on track this week. Really not sure what that weird game was Sunday night versus the Saints. And this is going to be a challenging defense to take on in the Carolina Panthers. I do think that they are just as capable of potentially shutting down this offense as the Saints were last week. I can't imagine Tom Brady putting on a performance like that 2 weeks in a row. But anything's possible in 2020. I do also want to pay attention to this Carolina Panthers offense. Teddy Bridgewater getting out of the pocket and making some plays to his receivers there. I'll be eyeing that. I know Christian McCaffrey had a slight shoulder injury versus the Chiefs last weekend, so hopefully he is healthy enough to keep things on track and rolling there. I do think the Bucs take this. I hope they get back on track. I hope Todd Bowles gets that. But beyond the offense, the defense, I hope they get back on track. They were such a fun watch, so hopefully they work some things out. Next up, I've got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Miami Dolphins. I am super excited for this one. I feel like once we heard that Tua was going to be the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, everybody was looking at, when is he playing Justin Herbert? When is he playing Joe Burrow? Just the draft matchup of the top 3 quarterbacks there. I think this is going to be another pretty evenly matched game. I'm only giving the advantage to the Miami Dolphins because they've proven it thus far. But I'm really excited to see Tua versus Justin Herbert there. I think it's both very capable and strong defenses. Offenses run by young quarterbacks that we're excited about their futures. It's going to be a fun one. Next up, I'm eyeing the Buffalo Bills taking on the Arizona Cardinals. So I pretty much have the Bills written in as the AFC East champion this year. Obviously, anything can happen. But I'm now just looking at their schedule and kind of looking ahead to any competitive matchup that they have and to see how playoff ready they are. So this is going to be one of those games. I think it's going to be a fun one. I'm curious if Kyler can set this Bills defense back a couple of weeks and have them on their heels a little bit there. I know he's going to want this win coming off of that close loss to the Miami Dolphins. I think this is going to be such a fun game, but I've got the Bills taking it. And finally, the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams, another close division matchup. I don't even think it should actually be this close for the division, but that Seattle defense, again, is potentially costing their team a Super Bowl run. So I'm very curious about how this game is going to go. I think and I hope that Russ and the guys are going to get back on track this week and get another win. But it's Sean McVay's offense. I think that he can definitely cook up quite a few things versus this not so great Seattle defense. So I am going to be eyeing this one to see what happens and how things turn out there in the NFC West. That is it. That's all I've got for you guys. As usual, the rest of my picks are right here. Another game that I'm eyeing, the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. This could be like a trip-up spot for that still undefeated Steelers team. I think Joe Burrow and those Bengals are very capable of knocking these guys off, especially with it being a division game. Those are always just a little bit trickier than the rest of them. So this is going to be a fun week, again, 4 division games. Going to keep an eye on quite a few of them. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate your support so much, and I will talk to you so soon.